Sorry guys, 1 second. There we go. Good morning to you. I can't sleep. All this stuff going on in the world, I can't sleep. This is a behind the scenes. I'm gonna go do my news, but this is how I prep for my news. First thing I do is I go over here and I buy a newspaper. But since it's closed, I'm never up this early. I go to this one down here and buy a newspaper. Good morning, everybody. On a very somber Sunday. We're going to get into all the Trump stuff. All these stores. Am I tripping? I don't know that we'll be able to do the news today. It looks like all the stores I go to are all closed. This is where I get my newspapers. We might just go to Times Square and not do the news. And views you can use with Alfred Clues. They're all closed. My bodega, my corner store, the place I get my gay porno magazines, all closed. I don't know what to... Can't do the news without my gay porno magazines. Excuse me, sir, do you have a porno magazine I could borrow for like 20 minutes? Today's going to be an unusual live. I didn't say a good one. So if you're planning on suing me for not delivering the goods, I did not say a good live. In fact, it's probably going to be pretty crappy. All right. Guys, every store, well, it's 7:40. Why are these stores closed? Oh, this one looks like it's open. All right. It's open. Good morning to you. Just that today, please.
Okay, today.
Thank you. Just happy.
That's no thanks?
Uh-huh. One sec. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. You too. Here's the Daily News. Trump targeted at rally. The one I got, which is Trump. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk all about it. Whether you like it or not. Unless you don't want to, then we won't talk about it. Hi, Paul Greenwell with a small green pill. Guys, Alfred, this is for you, my friend. You always say to me, Boogie Bob, you don't put enough of the gay porno flyers on your show. And this is for Alfred. Because I love you, buddy. All right. You guys write in, and I'm going to deliver the goods. I am a good person. I try to be. I am the biggest non-Trumper on the planet. Nobody dislikes Trump more than me except Melania. It's me and Melania. We're about like that when it comes to disliking Trump. But that's a human being and a father and an ex-president, and hopefully not the next president. But I've had so many people on my timeline cracking jokes and celebrating. If that's what you want today, you're not getting it. You're not getting it on this channel. I do not condone any kind of violence. So the you know, how do you stand on stage and get shot and you're okay? Well, I believe the bullet grazed him. I do believe it was a real bullet. We'll find out more about that as it comes. Guys, I'm not going to focus the whole show on this because I got bigger fish to fry. I'm going to get into that in a minute. It was a real person with a real gun up there shooting. And of course, Biden came out and condemned it and called Trump. And Trump immediately is starting the conspiracy theories. Somehow Biden was in charge of security at Trump's thing. Trump will never, ever admit to weakness. This was weakness on the part of his staff, of all security involved. That a guy can sit there and shoot the president or the ex-president at a rally in front of 20,000 witnesses, or according to Trump, 300,000 people were there, is outrageous. And I know nothing. I was so sick to my stomach last night. I couldn't follow the news. I did see the guy's mug shot or dead shot. So the conspiracy theories will flow. And if you remember when Nancy Pelosi's husband was beaten to within an inch of his life with a hammer, Donald Trump made several jokes about it. Don't tell me he didn't. I have the videos. Cracking jokes at his rally. I can promise you this, whether you like Biden, don't like Biden, Biden is not going to be cracking jokes about this. This was horrible and tragic. And no one deserves that. Donald Trump deserves better than that. I ask all of you to pray for his family. 2 inches over, it's over. Pray for the victims in the crowd that were shot or killed. We will know more about that as the day goes on, and this show is not going to be about that. But I had to address the elephant in the room. Yesterday was a really bad day for me. You guys know my best friend Jessica. I'm going to show you Jessica right now. My bestie, my whole world. If I can find her. Give me 1 second. All right. Everybody has someone in the world they're closest to, and my closest love of my life, my heart, my soulmate, my whole world is Jessica. That's my friend Madonna right there, and that's my whole world, Jessica. There's not one person on this planet that I hold dearer to my heart than my soulmate, my best friend, my love of my life, Jessica. She called me yesterday. She's a very emotional person. She called me yesterday in a perfect tone and said, Bobby. I go, hey babe, Ashley is dead. There was no emotion. It's almost like I'm talking to you right now. And I said, what? She said, Ashley is dead. Ashley is her sister, her little sister, found in the bed. The most beautiful, kind, good person, just found dead. And Jessica obviously was in such shock. She couldn't speak about it. So I spent the night up at her place in Harlem. And then, as if it couldn't get worse, I found out that my favorite celebrity of all time, you guys know I know a lot of celebrities, from the biggest in the world to some that you might not even know. And I've made no secret that the kindest, most amazing celebrity friend I ever had was Richard Simmons. And Richard Simmons, who was worth hundreds of millions of dollars, but was the kindest, sweetest, not celebrity, human I ever met, passed away yesterday. He had pretty much been living as a recluse for a few years now. Actually was in my home. Actually made me a video saying that me and him were going to have an affair and move to Paris together. Guys, this is the Copacabana. I had a business inside of there when it was a China Club for 18 years. This was, this place holds a lot of memories for me. Richard Simmons just a little guy running around in shorts, sweating to the oldies, super flamboyant. I was a big shot at Motown, and one day he was doing a Sweating to the Oldies. That was a program he had where you would get obese people from all over Earth to come by the hundreds and dance. And you would dance to the oldies. And since I was a big shot at Motown, this particular infomercial he was making was for Motown music, the Supremes, Diana Ross, the Jackson 5, Smokey Robinson, the Temptations. And the reason I fell in love with Richard with all my heart was he stood at the front door of the giant Motown cafe. And I was like, oh, here's that little dancing guy with the afro and the little red shorts. I didn't know nothing about him. I was judging the book by its cover, thinking, oh, look at this effeminate little guy. His whole gimmick is stupid. He stood by that front door of Motown Cafe for almost 2 hours as 500 women who were obese and had very little confidence came in the door, and I watched in awe as he greeted every single one and knew their names and their mother's names and their children and their dogs' names. And he sat there and he said, oh my God, Dolores, God bless you. I haven't seen you since Kansas City. How's your mom? And did your brother ever get his braces off? And how's your cat Cleo? I watched him do that for 2 hours. I had never seen the kindness and the compassion that he gave these people. And I said, I love this person. And he became my favorite celebrity. That was 1994, 95. And there has never been anyone in my business dealings or celebrity hanging that I loved as much as I loved Richard Simmons. And that was the big story yesterday, not Trump. It was this horrific, horrible news that Richard Simmons, this goodness for humanity, we lost a real good person. And if you didn't know, I'm going to make sure that everyone the rest of my life knows what a gracious, good person he was. Hugging people. I walked out of my door. You guys, if you rewind this video, you'll see I got a long hallway till I reached the street. I walked out of my door one day. This is after I fell in love with him. And I was putting my key in my apartment door to lock it. And somebody buzzed somebody in, and it's about a 40-foot long hallway. I'm locking my door. I turned around to say hi to whoever was coming down. It's Richard Simmons. He's in a suit. Richard Simmons is in my hallway. And I start crying. And I said, oh my God, no way, no way. I was Richard Simmons in my hallway after I loved him so much. He had no idea. He ran up and embraced me and held me, asked me my name, and then insisted that I come up to his apartment because he was seeing or friends with someone right above me. I had no idea. I went up there. He said, go get your camera. Wasn't really no cell phones then, so I got a camcorder. sitting here crying like a baby. And I went up into the apartment, and he put his arms around me and told me to start filming. His friend held the camera, asked me my wife's name, and I said, it's Camille. And he said, Camille, you had your chance, girl. Now I got him. And we're eloping, and we're going to have an affair and move to Paris. And he was just so kind and so sweet and so nice. And I had the video, and 2 days later, 9/11 happened. And while I was filming 9/11 footage, I actually filmed over the footage of me and Richard together, so I lost it, but I'll always have that memory. I knew he had Dalmatian dogs, so I went to Dwayne Reed, and they happened to have 2 or 3 different Dalmatian Beanie Babies there. And I bought them for him. He was so sweet. Guys, if you have your YouTube on, you can go right now to Times Square Live. And if you go to Times Square Live, you can see me right now waving, because the camera's right there. And I'm a little teeny tiny dot, but the camera's right there. And if I walk around for a little bit out here, the camera will show me as a teeny tiny dot. By the way, guys, I'm going to do the news, but there's no chairs out here yet. There's no tables. Shockingly, there is 4 chairs right here. They usually don't have the chairs out here. They're locked up, and they unlock them at 8 o'clock. So you can see it's very hot, but you could also see there's homeless all over Times Square. I like to come out in the morning and buy a big ass bag of some sausage egg McMuffins. 2 for $3. Come out here, feed some people, and there ain't nobody turning down a sausage egg McMuffin. Where you really lose out is the hash browns. Anyway, so I didn't sleep last night. I was very sad about me. I'm surprised it hasn't happened before to him or to Biden. Here's another person sleeping. It's really hot out, so the homeless flock to Times Square. With the hatred and the division in our country, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens again. I'm actually surprised it took this long on both sides. Very, very, very sad. And I got the news that my soulmate, her sister, funny story about her sister, she was so beautiful. We were at a party one time, and I took Jessica aside. I said, yo, who's that girl over there? She goes, that's my sister, Ashley. I go, oh my God, let me get her number. She goes, no, Bobby. Anybody that Jessica knows is off limits to me. I'm not allowed to talk to. Not her sister, not her best friends, not her kind of friends. I'm not allowed to talk to any of Jessica's friends. So I took it as a challenge. I said, I'm going to get her number. She said, not from me, you won't. I said, I'll get it from your family. And she told her whole family, do not give Bobby her number. And I waited patiently for like 2 hours. Then when her aunt was drinking, I made my move. I said, I really love your niece. She's so beautiful and so kind and fine as hell. I said, I need to get her number. No, Bobby, Jessica said that you're blackballed from her number. I said, I'll give you $40. She goes, all right, don't tell nobody. I bought her number for $40. And you're thinking, oh, that's creepy. No, because when I texted her, I told her, I said, hey, it's Bob. Jessica puts the block on me. She cock blocking me. And she said, how did you get my number? I said, I went to your aunt and waited until she was drunk and I bought it for $40. And she thought that was the sweetest thing ever. There's a message to my madness. Guys, there's no tables out here. I'm gonna walk to Bryant Park. I plan on doing the news by 8 o'clock, but we'll just have to wait. When I get back from the news, we're gonna come here and feed some people. A little burger here, a little burger there. Breakfast is it's the breakfast of champions. I don't know how that saying goes, but. So and then hearing Rev hit me up and said, hey, he knows how much I love Richard Simmons. And he said, hey Bob, there's a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. Guys, if you ever want to know if something's true, go right to TMZ. They'll break the story. And Richard Simmons has passed away. All right. Got a couple bad shorties in the street. You walk like you a model, girl. All right. All right. Get that picture. Get that picture. I'm trying to stay out of the damn picture. I'm trying to stay out of the picture, but they be following me down the damn block. How long is your photo shoot? Damn. All right. We're going to head over here to Bryant Park. We'll do the news and views you can use if you choose. If you choose not to use the news and views, then snooze you lose. Alfred Clues. I'm going to find out a little bit more about what happened with the Trump shooting. Guys, I want peace and love to every man, woman, and child and animal on the planet. And if you come on my page talking that ha shit about Trump, I block you. More people out here sleeping. This is it's almost overwhelming now. There's so many people out here sleeping. Some of them are sleeping standing up, sitting up. This guy's sitting down, sound asleep. This lady over here, this one here is unconscious. Starting to look like Philadelphia around here. So my work is cut out for me. There's been times where I go in the morning to McDonald's and I buy 10 sandwiches and can't find one person to give them out to. Today is not that day. There's 20 people out here laying down on the hot concrete. Praying for love and kindness. Unfortunately, I think there's going to be a lot of conspiracy theories. There's a conspiracy theory about everything. There will definitely be conspiracy theories about this. There's another guy just kind of laying here. It's so hot out here. There's another guy there. And this guy here is unconscious. Oh boy. And then when Trump gets shot, he sends out a tweet expressing condolences for the people in the stand that were shot and killed. And instead of taking the high road, he says, I got shot in my ear, and Biden is the worst president of all. There's no need for that. Biden had a press conference right away saying he sends his condolences and his love. He called Donald Trump. I would love to know how that phone call went. Show some class. on both sides. I will not be bashing Donald Trump today. I do think the whole power fist was a little over the top. And that's why a lot of people on the left are saying it was staged. Because he was just kind of overacting there. I got shot, but we'll win! I don't... Guys, this today is not going to be about that. I just had to get some things out of the way because you can't be the #1 YouTube channel in Hell's Kitchen. Okay, number 4. You can't be the #4 new Heads Up Playboy news channel in Hell's Kitchen unless you bring up the elephant in the room. And here comes a guy walking at me with a sign. It says, DC. Oh, Jesus is coming. All right. Jesus is coming. Well, I agree. And you better be on the right side when he does. It's hot out, guys. Some people on their way to work. Tourists out eating a bacon sandwich. I'm usually not up this early. I'm up. I'm usually going to sleep this early. My video on TikTok is getting ready to hit 400,000. I'll be putting up a amazing documentary on black folks trying to get cabs in New York City, with special appearances by Michael Moore and Danny Glover. Run DMC. It's going to be amazing. It'll be up tonight, sometime today. Praying for cooler heads. You know there are businesses in New York City that make millions of dollars a year where they have, hey guys, where they have a sprayer like that. And they'll go down, you can see them, they're over there spraying too. Usually they'll be wearing the name of the shirt. They have these compressing machines here, and you can see what they'll do is they'll go down the whole sidewalk and they will clean the gum off the sidewalk. This one's been cleaned. I'm going to show you what a sidewalk without the compressor looks like. Remember, you have millions and millions of people walking up these sidewalks, and once a piece of gum gets on that sidewalk, it's over. It will be there forever. You don't see no gum here. Usually what you'll see is millions of black, grotesque dots on the ground. That's all gum. But this business is spending a lot of money to clean the sidewalk. We're almost there, guys. I lose control. Well, I'm a little upset because I don't think I haven't worn this watch in like 3 years. I put it on today and it looks like it's might have stopped on me. It might be too hot to wear a watch. By the way, there's the Empire State Building if you're new to the channel. Right there. This is Bryant Park, guys. We're going to go inside Bryant Park. We're going to get a table and a chair. These are the real heroes of New York right here. These guys that, first of all, guys, you see all this black stuff? A lot of this is on the sidewalk. You'll see gum. This is oil and stuff, but When you see a real New York City sidewalk, it's like camouflage. Hey, girl. Here's the true MVP right there. They're going to go up and unload 1,000 garbage cans. And these are already full. These will be useless in a couple hours. So guys, I was talking about it earlier. This is what gum looks like. Gum, 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 gum. This is what gum looks like. And on most sidewalks of New York, there's more gum anywhere. Thousands. These will be here forever unless they hire someone to come with one of them scrubbers and clean it. Some sidewalks look like black dots. That's why most of the clubs that I do won't allow gum inside. They won't allow you to sell gum inside. If you go to my bathroom attendants, they can have lollipops and mouthwash and mints, no gum. You don't want to get it gum. You don't want to get gum on your beautiful carpets or wood floors. We're just walking. Love lift us up where we belong, where the eagles fly in the mountains something. Almost there. We're gonna go to a table right over here and do the news. After that, it's pretty much downhill from there. Look at that. How beautiful is that? This is where I usually meet my single shorties. Right here. They just sit and gotta look for one by themselves. Oh, here's one. Hey, miss. Good morning. How are you today? Oh, no, it's giving me the cold shoulder. I look cute today, too. I don't know what's going on. They just got chairs everywhere, so. Doopy-dee-doop-doop. Love lift us up where we belong, where the mountains fly and the eagles sell crack rocks. What's up, everybody? It's your old pal Boogie Bob. Look how cute I look. No sleep. I haven't slept since 1977. I believe Jimmy Carter was in the White House. Okay. We're gonna do the news. Let's get everything else out of the way. Guys, I implore you. I can't stop what's coming. Something bad is coming. It's a bulldozer coming. And it's gonna be with conspiracy theories on both sides. Trump didn't get shot. That was all made up. Those were actors. That lady is not in the CIA. She's a flight attendant. You're gonna get a lot of that. You're also going to get Kamala Harris was in the bushes with a... You're going to get a lot of that. Let us, including me, I have to do it myself. Let us drown out that noise with love and kindness. I know it sounds ridiculous, but why add to it? I'm going to try my best to let kindness flow from me. I can't stop what's coming, but I don't want to add to it. Okay? So, let us get on with the news and views you can use. Or let's do it like a thing. Take one. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your old pal Boogie Bob, and I'm here to tell you. That was corny. Take two. Hi, guys. Yesterday, take three. Good morning, everybody. It's your old pal Boogie Bob. I'm live in Bryant Park. I'm going to bring you news and views you can use if you choose. But if you choose not the news, then I screwed up. There's my thumbnail. Where's my shoes? Not a joking matter, and I'm definitely not joking, but I'm going to keep it lighthearted because we have enough crap going on right now. So Donald Trump, he was giving a speech, and if you watch the speech was not one policy. Talking about windmills and guys, I remember when I was young, I wore cardigan sweaters. How come we can't get cardigan sweaters at JCPenney's like we used to? It was just a bunch of. There was no policy. I watched a lot of it. Then a man, a so-called man, was on a building about 150 yards away. Apparently, for 3 or 4 minutes, people that could see him on the rooftop were yelling to Secret Service and to cops, there's a guy on the roof with a gun. Now, it's an open carry state. So there are a lot of people walking around with guns, but you just can't have them at that rally. Down the block at 7-Eleven, carry an AR-15. No problem. That's an open carry state. Somehow this guy, I don't know anything about him, was able to get into this rally or on a rooftop 100 and something yards away and shot Donald Trump in the ear. It's horrible. Guys, I'm not one of the few people, but I'm one of the people in here that was alive in Texas when JFK was shot. I was a little baby. Do you know where you were when JFK was shot? Yeah, I was wearing diapers and a bottle in a crib. But I was in Texas when it happened, and I've carried that with me my whole life. I am very, very happy that Donald Trump was not assassinated. And I pray for him for a full and speedy recovery. I promise you, he's probably on stage somewhere right now talking about it, selling shirts. That's just what he does, and I can't hate on that. Guys, they tried to get me, but you can get these shirts right now. They missed. Get them right now on the Donald. They're gonna trust me. It's coming. I pray that he gets a full recovery. I pray for his children and his 3 ex-wives, 2 of them. And I pray that we can have some kind of healing. And I pray this nonsense doesn't happen again. Just because it happened yesterday doesn't mean it can't happen again tomorrow. Let's pray that this is behind us and that the kooks are done. Trump survives sniper's bullet. Wounded in the ear at Butler, Pennsylvania. Raleigh, Secret Service kills the rooftop gunman. I don't know, because this came out last night. I don't know that the gunman and stuff will be in here, but he has been on the internet, and they'll be talking a lot about him. They do have some really close-up graphic shots of the ear. And Donald Trump, he did not deserve that, folks. I got a woman singing. Whitney Houston over there. So goodbye. Don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need. She just hung up her microphone and said, I can't deal with that guy in the red shirt. But I've got a Whitney Houston singer over there. We're going to go watch her in a little bit. But let's get through this thing. There's going to be a whole lot to cover, and I'm not going to do the Trump stuff. I would rather get to the Richard Simmons stuff. This poor guy right here, some kind of doctor, he was the one that helped the person in the stands. The person in Stan's head was brain matter blown off. He was killed, unfortunately. Witnessed the chaos and panic as shots rang. You see the blood on his shirt. You can get this shirt on eBay for $4 grand. I wish we'd just turn all this shit off. In his own words, Donald Trump said he heard a whiz of the bullet and then he felt his ear. There, you see him go like that, and he felt his ear. I did not buy these. They were like $400. I didn't buy them. I bought these. These were 38 cents. Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, says he felt the bullet ripping through his skin during an assassination attempt. I think that attempt just got him the presidency, in my opinion. I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear. The 78-year-old presumptive Republican presidential nominee said in his first statement since being rushed to the hospital. I knew immediately that it was Joe Biden in the bushes. Here is the people. When you go to those rallies, we always see it on TV. You don't see these guys. These guys are there. These are the guys on the roof, and they're going to catch some hell today because who let it happen? I've already seen at least 20 conspiracy theories online, and I wasn't even looking for them. Guys, Candace Owens is the first one. You tell me that this guy got in there without help? Joe Biden somehow left the gate open. He called Kamala, who told them to turn their backs. You have to remember, guys, Donald Trump has his own Secret Service. Donald Trump has hundreds and thousands of cops there and security. You have to go through metal detectors to get in. Apparently this guy wasn't in. He was 100 yards away. And the conspiracy theories are already that they let him in. Just like they let the cops, like the cops let him in for January 6th. Anyways. Well, she's over there singing. I would only be in your way. So goodbye. Don't cry. It's one of my favorite songs of all. And she's going to be hopefully over there by the time we finish my horrible news. Judging by my watch, it's still 8 o'clock. I don't know what happened to this watch, but I'm very sad about it. I'm really unhappy about this. What time is it? 8:25. Also, guys, Donald Trump was not the only victim. Think of all the poor people at the rally. After years of leftist wild rhetoric, most of the rhetoric comes from the right. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not taking sides. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm just a free thinker. Culmination of hate campaign. I think everybody should come out against this. I don't care if you hate his guts. Everybody should come out against this. This was horrible. Rudy Giuliani. He owes these two black women in Georgia $148 million for lying on him. He lied and he knew. That's why you can't make up stories about people and then go to rallies. These people lived a horrible nightmare of people coming to their house trying to kill them. Rudy Giuliani said you were in on it. He knew they weren't in on it. He was just trying to overthrow the election. Well, now Rudy is selling beer. You can get Rudy merchandise right now. One of the all-time greatest mayors in the history of the world, helped keep New York together when we were struggling, is now a laughingstock in the butt of jokes. Even Trump won't let him around. Minions. You like the movie The Minions? I don't even know what the hell it is. Despicable Me 4 was #1 at the box office, bringing in $13.6 million. I don't care. Christy Brinkley, you guys, she was on my show. She starred in an episode on my show at the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition, along with several others. Uptown Girl woke up on the right side of the bed. Timeless beauty Christy Brinkley graces the cover of Hamptons magazine. Guys, she's 60 years old. God bless her. This was going to be one of the greatest rappers. Pop Smoke, straight out of Brooklyn. Pop Smoke struggled in Brooklyn to become a name. He finally came up with some big songs. He got signed to a contract, got millions of dollars. He went out to Los Angeles to celebrate, rented a Beverly Hills mansion, and he made the biggest mistake of his life. He was outside in the hall, in the front yard, fanning money, and you could see the address of the building. And a couple thugs said he got a lot of money, and we know where that building's at. And at 3 or 4 in the morning, they climbed up the second floor of the mansion, got in while he was in the shower, shot and killed him. These were young kids. No rap slay remorse. He's, of course, Pop Smoke, and he was phenomenal. He really was. Murdered, and the kids who shot him stole a Rolex watch and something else. They were like 16 years old. Very, very sad. Robert taps Waverly Inn. The historic Waverly Inn on Bank Street, whose past present visitors included Robert Frost and Taylor Swift, was visited by a bougie rapper, a burglar, overnight. The male intruder struck the West Village Eatery around 1 a.m., between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. The bandit who entered through the window leading to the kitchen made off with $3 grand in cash and $1,200 in wine and liquor. The guy's like, yo, I got me $3 grand. Oh shit, there's some wine over there. And he took $1,200 in liquor and wine. I'm not doing that. Today's going to be a walk and talk. It's not going to be a lot of this. Alec Baldwin will still be getting sued for hundreds of millions of dollars in civil case, but the official case against him was dropped. Hi, Nyan. Hi, Mighty. Hi, Damien. Super Poke Guy, what's poppin'? How are you? Richie Droop. Richie Doop. Doop. No R. Richie Doop's in the house. Hi, Richie. Hi, L. Hi, Emwall's on the run from the cops. I think I got everybody. There might be a few others in there. Rob H is in the house. Hi, Rob. Okay, so I did all that. I really wasn't coming out today because I'm going through severe depression, and it's because of my beloved, sweet Richard Simmons. Richard Simmons was the kindest, nicest guy in the world, and because he was effeminate and because he was so sweet and kind, and he was often ridiculed and mocked. Howard Stern and him were good friends, and Howard Stern used to mercilessly rib him about being gay. Richard Simmons has never come out and talked about his sexuality. Richard Simmons was just, his thing was not about his sexuality. He was also filthy rich. His thing was about his kindness. And me seeing it in person, I cried last night, I cried today talking to you guys about it. I am really, really, really hurt that Richard Simmons is no longer with us. Legendary fitness instructor Richard Simmons has died, according to reports. He turned 76 on Friday. and died just 24 hours after he thanked fans on social media for his birthday wishes. Yeah, that was who he was. He would thank you. By the way, Pauly Shore, the Weasel, Pauly Shore has done a movie about Richard Simmons that will be released that's going to probably get him an Oscar nomination. I have seen pieces of it, and it's pretty spectacular. Pauly Shore, the Wheeze, the little jokey moron guy, actually did a Richard Simmons movie where he captures his essence and his vulnerability, and it's going to be, hopefully it's going to be a beautiful movie. From what I've seen, it's right on. The health guru who stepped away from the public eye over a decade ago, 10 years you haven't seen him, rose to fame in the 70s, 80s after opening several gyms across the country and releasing his iconic high-energy fitness tapes. I was a part of Sweating to the Oldies. You say you want to leave me. Well, I refuse. Come on, ladies, do this to let you go. All right, ladies, do this now. If you have to beg and sleep. 500 ladies, big ladies out there going at it. It was the most beautiful thing in the world because he was kind and compassionate. They were accepted and feeling great. And that day changed my life. People always say, Bob, you're so kind and you're so nice. I can be very kind and very nice. I can be a douchebag every now and then. But okay, who's that right there? Who we got here? I was inspired so much by him. People get inspired by Rock, the wrestler, or they're inspired by Tom Brady or Tiger Woods. I was inspired by Richard Simmons to do as much as you could to make others feel kind and warm and good. And it was just, to see that was life-changing, and I wish I could capture that in a bottle and share it with everyone, because what a soul he had. His death was first reported by TMZ. Police told the outlet they believe it was natural death. He revealed in March that he had been diagnosed with skin cancer. In a rare interview with People magazine this week, he said he feels good despite his age. I'm very grateful that I'm here and I'm alive for another day. He said, I'll spend my birthday doing what I do every day, which is helping people. That is who he was. I will spend my birthday doing what I do every day, which is helping people. The Sweating to the Oldies, I had a big hand in that, bro. I was involved. I didn't do any of the financials or anything, but I was there from the, it was like a 14-hour day. I was there the whole day, involved. The Sweating to the Oldies star has announced earlier this year he was planning to open a Broadway musical with renowned producer and composer Patrick Leonard. Simmons was beloved and parodied by the likes of Eddie Murphy for his flamboyant, positive attitude, and helped millions of Americans get in shape for decades. He wasn't just about the exercise, he was about the mental, he was about the love and the caring. And when they would find a 1,000-pound man hasn't left his house in 8 years, and they have to get a crane in there to let him go to the doctors because he's dying, Richard would be the first one there. He'd spend his own money. He would do it at night because he didn't want the cameras to see. He would lay in bed with the person and hold their hands. He was the author of 9 books, including the New York Times bestseller Never Say Diet. Richard Simmons was born in the French Quarter of New Orleans and was inspired to get healthy after weighing in at 268 pounds. I wish I was only 200. Of course, he was like 5 foot something. I'm 6'2" and I'm strapping and I have broad shoulders and I'm handsome. When he graduated high school, he was teased horrifically. After taking control of his weight loss through healthy eating and exercise, he moved to Los Angeles in 1973, where he would open up his fitness studios, Richard Simmons in Beverly Hills, where he continued to teach classes until 2013. His success as an instructor and his bubbly personality landed him appearances on local television and then national television shows. In 1980, He launched his own nationally syndicated series, The Richard Simmons Show. If you remember that show, it was about kindness and love and giving and acceptance. It ran for 4 years and received numerous Emmy Awards. Richard Simmons' 65 fitness videos, sold more than 20 million copies. He was a very, very wealthy man. After Simmons announced his cancer diagnosis, he pleaded with followers on social media, please enjoy your life to the fullest every single day. Get up in the morning and look at the sky, count your blessings and enjoy. He concluded with some tips for living healthy lifestyles, which included enjoying a dessert once in a while. There is something else very important that you must do, he added. Tell the ones that you love that you love them. Hug those people and children who you really care for. A big hug goes a long way. Richard Simmons, dead at the age of 76. My idol. I loved him so much, and I appreciate what he did as he touched my life and touched millions of others. God bless you, Richard Simmons. Big hug. We also lost Dr. Ruth. Dr. Ruth, what was her? Westheimer. You know, she was from Germany. She was a Holocaust survivor, and she spent most of her time of the last 40, 50 years of her life in Washington Heights in New York City. We had technical difficulties there. Technical difficulties. Dr. Ruth, dead at 96. Superstar sex therapist known to millions as Dr. Ruth. She was 96 years old. She was about this tall. She was like 4 foot nothing. And again, she'd be on Johnny Carson. And on Johnny Carson, you'd have Burt Reynolds. And then you'd have Soupy Sales. And then you'd have her, and she'd be the only one on there talking about hard-ons. Johnny, when you get an erection, you must cup the balls. And then you will find that the stimulation is not only good for you, but for your wife. Now, when you take your wife into your bed at night, Johnny, I want you to... And then she was very classy and elegant, but she spoke on things that had never been spoken before. That's why she was called the sex doctor, Dr. Ruth. And she made it okay for women in the 70s to speak out. And God bless her. She's over there singing. We're going to go see the lady singing in a bit. $80 rental bike ripoff. Look at this. You can see where the bike went through the GPS. I'm going to read it to you now. Bronx model Fernando Pena detailed a rental scofflaw city bike day in an Instagram video. The rented e-bike of a city man was snatched up by an opportunistic peddler who rode the bike for 40 miles. I guess if you're going to steal a bike, you're going to want to get out there and get all 40 miles in. Hate crime about beheading Jesus. Obviously, that's a statue. Hi, Tanisha. God bless you. Hi, Damien. Hi, Miss Gardenia. Taxi driver was hit with a hate crime charge for allegedly beheading a statue of Jesus Christ in Queens. Jashid Chowdhury, it's an Indian gentleman, Indian guy. Jahid Chowdhury, 44, of Hollis, Queens, was arrested Thursday night and charged with criminal mischief and a hate crime and other related crimes for allegedly decapitating a statue of a young Jesus outside of the Holy Family Roman Catholic Church. Have fun in hell, my friend. The statue stood outside the church for 42 years, according to the Diocese of Brooklyn, and the damage will cost over $20,000 to repair. We will not tolerate unprovoked attacks, especially those driven by hatred, said the district attorney. Chowdhury pleaded not guilty Friday in criminal court and was released. And then Saturday, he was in hell. Are you going to take a hatchet and chop off the head of baby Jesus? Guys, right now, if you act right now, you can get this watch for just $99 if you order it here. Or you can go on Amazon right now and get it for $17. How do I know? Because I have like 6 of them. The lady's over there singing. I gotta bring you the thing. I don't even see her. I just hear her. I'm not doing any of the Hamas stuff today. I hope you guys will forgive me. Speedy hub charged in wife's death. We've all been there, right, guys? Sorry. Do not condone violence of any type, especially towards a wife or husband. Okay, that would be a shorty looking at me. Don't do it, girl. I ain't worth it. 2 suspected speed demons are accused of fueling a deadly multi-vehicle crash in New Jersey. And one of the drivers is now being charged in the death of his own wife. Benjamin Futterman. Guys, you get in the car, you should cherish your life and cherish the lives of others. Don't be doing stupid shit. I used to ride my motorcycle and pop wheelies around and do stupid stuff. One time my friend Jimmy Bewellner was on the back of my motorcycle. I had done it 100 times before. I popped the wheelie. He wasn't holding on tight and both his legs shot past my head. And it was horrific. He hit his head on the concrete and went into convulsions. He started fighting the ambulance driver. He was the nicest guy in the world. I did that. It was a horrific, horrible injury. And then when he came, I went to visit him in the hospital. When he came to, he goes, "What happened?" I go, "I don't know. It's a mystery." He goes, "Were you popping wheelies?" I go, "What?" Cherish and value your life. Hi, James O. Benjamin Futterman, with his wife Christina. He was behind the wheel of a BMW, and Wilson Familia, 22, was in a Mustang. And I guess these morons started racing. Both allegedly exceeded over 100 miles an hour when they crashed on Route 9 near Ferry Road. Futterman's wife, Christina Gadici, who was sitting in the front passenger seat, was pronounced dead at the scene. He caused this. This is horrible. He's going to live with that the rest of his life. He drove recklessly at a high speed of rate before colliding with other vehicles. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. The cause of the crash, he was driving like a moron. Futterman was rushed to Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital in critical condition and was released days later. He surrendered to authorities and was arrested for the killing of his wife. 3 other passengers were also hospitalized. He was hit with 1 count of first-degree aggravated manslaughter and 1 count of second-degree vehicular manslaughter in the death of his own wife. And I'm sure he loved her very much. And I'm sure he's going to have to carry that burden around with him. Beautiful couple. There they are. Woman escapes rapist on the Upper East Side. A woman escaped a would-be rapist on the Upper East Side who then made his getaway on a motorized scooter. The victim, 27, was in front of her East 76th Street, around East 76, right by Central Park. Cops responded to a 911 call of assault in progress, found the distraught victim, who was said to taken to New York Presbyterian Hospital. Unconfirmed reports say the victim was aided by at least 1 Good Samaritan. Bless your heart. The disturbing incident happened as rape across the city is up by 11%. God bless anybody who gets involved to help someone else in need. Oh, there's been a measles outbreak. Hi, Yo Ange. How are you? Good morning. Yo Ange, there's been a measles outbreak at one of these migrant shelters. You're a migrant, you're in the shelter, it's hot, you ain't got nothing, you're like, oh crap, how could it get any worse? Excuse me, sir. Yeah, you have measles. And now we're going to quarantine you. You're already quarantined, but we're going to quarantine you from the quarantiners. 2 people living in a Brooklyn migrant shelter have tested positive for measles, raising the number of cases across the city to 11 this year. 100% crime surge in the NYPD. I'm not doing that. The one thing in America that's sacred, the only thing, is the hot dog eating contest at Coney Island at Nathan's Hot Dog. And we had a guy cheat this year. This guy with the damn mohawk. He ate like 42 hot dogs, and then he slid an extra hidden plate, an empty plate in there, and said, oh, I had 57. And he got away with it for a while until they caught his ass. I have asked Major League Eating to adjust my score down from 50 something down to 46. You got caught cheating. I'm not doing any more Trump stuff. I just hope that we can all spread kindness and love to offset the hatred that is out there. Joe Biden says, I'm not leaving the race just because George Clooney says I should. He says, if the Lord Almighty, this is Biden saying it, if the Lord Almighty came down and said, Joe, get out of the race, I'd get out. But the Lord Almighty's not coming down. This is his word. Joe Biden. So he'll get out of the race if Jesus comes walking up and has ID. You have to have ID because it's got to be the real Jesus. It says, my son, please get out of the race. Well, are you sure you're Jesus? Because he ain't getting out. George Clooney's like, we are not going to win in November with this president. Well, who are you going to replace him with? I think, this is me here, I think you make a phone call. Ling, hello? Yes, hi. Michelle Obama? Yes. We need you, girl. We need you. And your man could be the vice president, or he could be the first man, or whatever it's called. But we need you, girl. Get Melania, or no, not Melania. Malaya or Kalia, your daughters. Get them. Let's get you back in the White House. That's probably the only shot they have right now. Because I don't think most people are, that if you're a Democrat, are happy with Joe Biden and his capabilities or lack thereof at this time. I'm still going to vote for him over the other guy. That's me, because I'm crazy that way. I'm just going to keep moving it. We're going to keep moving. I'm not doing any more hatred. Okay, we can do some shorties. First of all, for the ladies out there, here's a dude. For the ladies and RJ, here's a dude, all saints on deck. I don't know who that is. Got a nice little six-pack. I used to look just like that from the neck down. 1984. This Bear star, Jeremy Allen. You watch the Bears? Great show. I don't know any of these people. We got a couple shorties on deck. Her and her, and her and her and her. Halsey. This is Halsey. Daddy like. To keep it moving. These are celebrity pictures. I know him. I stood in the bathroom with my penis out, and his penis was out, but we were just urinating.
It's Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin. And I sit in the bathroom with my penis out with this guy too, but that's a different story. That's not. I can't. So Willie Nelson is hanging out with Robert Plant. I love it. Robert Plant came into my bathroom at Planet Hollywood with David Coverdale. And Jimmy Plant was there too, but they weren't in my bathroom together. For some kind of thing they were recording when I was a bathroom attendant. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. It looks like we've come to an end here. Today, I'm doing something I haven't done in a while. I usually spin the wheel. Today I'm not spinning the wheel. Who's this guy? What's this guy up to? I'm not spinning the wheel. I'm just gonna circle 3 at random. So get your astrology signs, get in the comments. Damien says no politics, I agree. But listen, your president, the ex-president of the United States gets shot. You gotta cover something. How would I be the number 4 YouTube channel in Hell's Kitchen if I didn't address what was going on? Guys, I'm gonna rattle off 4. I'm gonna do a Libra. And just because you say it doesn't mean I'm going to see it or do it. I'm doing a Libra. I'm doing a Taurus. I'm doing Leo. Dutchman wants Leo. What am I going to say? No. We'll do one more. Damien wants Leo. I got you covered. Guys, one more. I'm doing one more as a bonus. And then we're going to go hopefully watch this singer over here. Yo, Ann, you better stop it, girl. You better stop it. I am the number 4 YouTube channel in Hell's Kitchen from the age range of 62 to 64 on a demographic of Tuesday night. And my demographic is older men over the age of 80. And it says women with cataracts. So that's my demographics. All right, so I asked 4 times and no one's saying, so we're just doing the 3. Don't come in now. Don't come in now and say, oh, Bob, you didn't see, I put Sagittarius there. I didn't see it. I'm only doing the 3. Leo, take a few risks over the next few days, but make sure you know what the potential downsides are going to be and make doubly sure you can afford to cover any losses you may incur as all goes wrong. Be positive, but be sensible. Libra, keep your eyes on the big picture and let others take care of the boring details. That applies to all areas of your life, but especially to your career, where by making educated guesses as to what your superiors are planning, you can position yourself ahead of your rivals. And last but not least, we always end with the Mighty Bull. This is the Taurus. Mighty Bull's in the house too. Boom, boom in the room. Having got it into your head that someone is out to get you, that's called paranoia. They're not. Okay, I'll do Capricorn. I'm going to throw in, because I was looking for someone to slide one in there. And if else is Capricorn, I'm doing it. Taurus, having got it into your head that someone is out to get you, it will be difficult to stop looking over your shoulder every 5 minutes. The good news is that what occurs next will dispel those anxieties and make you realize how foolish you have been. You've been a damn fool. I don't know why. And Capricorn, there is an optimistic look to your chart at the moment, but don't get carried away and start thinking you can cut corners and break rules, as that is sure to invite some sort of cosmic retribution. Plan an honest route to success and then go for it. That is the news and views you can use if you choose. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Now guys, I'm going to go off right now and I'm coming right back. I'm going to rename the thing Walking to Times Square or something. We'll figure it out. But I'm coming right back, so get yourself a snack. Snuggle up next to your loved one. I will be back. As Chuck Woolery used to say, 2 and 2. God bless you. I'll be right back. Please come back.